Hi friends, I'm Ellen Gormley and welcome back to my channel. So I think it's part 8 that we are on now of turning this greenery hat from one skein crochet into a blanket. And if we get big enough with your votes and comments below, then when we get to shoulder width, then I'll show you how to make it into a circle jacket and keep on going. But the plan is to use our scraps up, and I hope you're crocheting along, because it is a relaxing and valuable use of our time. I think your comments, that when I counted up or tallied up the comments, that you were voting for lavender. So we are going to choose this lavender. The selection of yarns I have are from Paintbox and Brava yarns, and so you can find the link in the description below, but we are on round 8 of the greenery hat turned into a blanket. I'm going to place a slip knot on my hook. I don't remember if this is the exact hook, but I think I was using an eye, so I think we're good to go. So working behind round 7, which is the single crochet chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, 5, we're going to work in the unused stitch below, okay? And so we are going to do a treble crochet by yarning over twice, holding it in place with my hand, with my fingers, holding those 2 yarn overs, inserting the hook in any unused stitch from round 6, yarn over, pull up a loop, keeping those yarn overs on the hook. We will yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and this is where it gets tricky so you don't drop it, and yarn over and pull through 2. So we have a treble crochet. If you have trouble doing that, you can also just pull up a loop and chain 4, and that will count as your first stitch. So we are placing 3 treble crochets in each of the unused loops. Now, different from the hat, when we made the hat, this is the point where you're starting to decrease, so there's no chains in between the groups of treble crochet. But because I want this to grow, because we're going to make it a big flat blanket, we're now starting to deviate from the pattern of the hat and chain 1 in between each of the groupings of 3 treble crochets. So let's do that. So we're treble crocheting, which is 2 yarn overs, insert the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook 1, 2, 3 times, and 3 of them all in the same stitch before chaining 1 and going to the next. So while we're working, how are you? How have you been? Tell me if you are crocheting along with this greenery blanket. Have you made the greenery hat? Have you abandoned the blanket and just want to work evenly and finish the hat? There's a there's a video for that I made. If you want to abandon this project and just make a really gorgeous, colorful hat, you totally could do that. So don't forget that I'm looking for 25 likes, comments, votes, what have you, on this video so that I will know that you're interested in making another one and choosing. Let me know what color you would like me to use next. Here's the some of the colors that are available. Chain 1. Okay. I think this is going to be really gorgeous, all these colors together. And you know, at one point or at some point you just abandon the color scheme and say there is no color scheme. Let's just use every color, all the colors. Let's use all the colors. And that is what we are doing with this scrap blanket. Working around and around. So this is what the lavender is looking like. Wow, look at that. What do you think? Do you like the lavender? You voted for it. Many of you voted for it, not everybody. So we need to think about what color would come next after the lavender. It's interesting, when I use lots of colors in projects, I tend to go from light to dark, but really there's no rhyme or reason. We don't have to be in any kind of sequence. We don't have to use every color once and then use it again in the same sequence. We can repeat colors at will. This is totally up to us. So here's how it's looking so far. So fascinating. Hobie probably hears a deer. That's probably why he is barking, because he does that. Since he was attacked by a deer in 2020, he gets a little edgy when he sees a deer out the window. I've got a little knot here, so I have to grab this and undo it so that I can keep on going. Tell me what you're working on. I haven't seen you guys for a while. Now that my kids are back in school, back in college, they're not home, so I should have a little more time to get things organized. Had a few deadlines, got to meet those, and that should free up my time a little more so that I can do what I truly love, which is spend time with you. I've got so many plans and so little time. So much yarn and so little time. I have Sable syndrome for sure, S-A-B-L-E. And let's remind me, what's that? What does that mean, friends? It's stash above and beyond life expectancy, something like that. The acronym Sable. I have so much yarn. And I have probably an awful lot of UFOs, unfinished projects, and WIPs, W-I-P-S, works in progresses, and or UFOs unfastened off or unfinished objects. I have plenty of those. What are some other crochet acronyms you guys use? Or you all, sorry, I shouldn't say you guys. You all use. Trying to think if I do any other ones other than the abbreviations, of course, when I write patterns. I am working over the pink tail as I go. It's just a habit, something that I do. I always work over the tails. This would make a really gorgeous hat too. But I'm going to keep going. As long as you guys want to go, then we will go. As soon as I get enough votes, it'll trigger me to tell me to do the next color. So I think we've got a fair amount of votes on this last round. I don't know that we actually have 25, but I needed a quick video to do for you guys. So I thought, it's time. Let's do it. Ooh, pretty. I love the contrast here, the bright colors. I love how bright they are and how they stand out really well, one from the other. Of course, this is also really pretty in a solid color, but wow, it takes it to a whole different level. It's amazing how different it looks in multicolor. Of course, you're going to have a lot more ends, but it's okay because we're using up stash. So many things I want to show you. So many things I want to teach you. So many things I want to design. I've got more projects coming out in the publication arena, so as soon as those come out, I certainly will let you know. I've completed a couple more deadlines, so when those are revealed by the partners who purchased them, I will let you know. I also made videos along the way for those projects that are sitting neatly in my YouTube private folder so that they can be released as soon as those projects are published. So never fear, dear friends. I continue to stitch even when you don't see me for a bit. My last project that I just turned in for publication, I crocheted mostly on our Iceland trip. So while we were in the car sightseeing, going from city to city, place to place, and I split the yarn there, so I'm going to undo these last two stitches. Okay, I didn't split the yarn, it was an end. Okay, that's what it is. I just don't want it to poke out or poke through. So I did that project mostly as a passenger in the car as we went from city to city in Iceland. And if you'd like to see my Iceland inspiration video, that was posted somewhere the end of July of this year. July of 2021, if you're interested in seeing my crochet and knitting inspiration of Iceland video. I also did a France one a couple years ago, Paris, in 2019, if you're interested in that one. Wish I had done an Ireland one in 2016, but I didn't. I wasn't huge on the YouTube channel at that time. I certainly had a lot of fun with the trip to Ireland with 40 or so subscribers from Crochet Magazine, back when I was editor of Crochet Magazine. My family and 36 other subscribers all went to Ireland together for a crochet extravaganza. Designer Jennifer Ryan came along with us, and she taught some classes, and then we did a bunch of sightseeing, and we got to see a sheep shearing demonstration. This is the last stitch of this round. We got to make scones. We got to see the Blarney Castle. We got to see just a lot of great stuff. The Cliffs of Moher, Connemara region. Okay, a glass blowing demonstration. Okay, so we got lots of things. So here we're finishing up this round 8. So I'm going to, don't forget to chain 1 and then slip stitch. Did I remember to chain 1? Looks like I did. Slip stitch in the top of the first treble crochet or the 4th chain of the beginning chain 4, if that is how you did it. And I'm going to fasten this off, and then comment below if you like how it's going or want to vote for the next color. And when I get 25 votes, I will do the next video. So please like and subscribe so that I know to keep this content going, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.